What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with more Emberfell Whispers from the Stars. I, of course, am your DM for the night, Jumbo Thick. We're joined by the full cast and crew of the White Scale Band. Yes, we're going with that. Let's start with some brief introductions for everyone. Let's start with our French, whatever he is, goblin cleric thing. Go ahead, Dan. Take it away.
Now listen here. Just because the accent changes mid-sentence
it's fine.
Doesn't mean it's not unique.
It is.
Hello, everyone. I am Dan Decker, previously known on this show as Zalkar, with his friend Vadom, and then previously known as not Rogar, but Moog, with many honoraries and affectations that he was known by. But today, folks, we're going to be playing Razar Ziel Promena. He is a Asimar of sorts, but presents as a goblin, and struggles with his purpose, perhaps, or should say struggles with making his purpose clear.
So there we go.
Some people might think he's a murder hook. Unfortunately,
somebody might think he's he watches bridges and kills people.
You never know. He could be a troll.
Yeah, exactly. But, how about we slide on down to our lovable bard, Andrea.
Hi, I am playing Zune, the drow who up until last session wasn't a huge fan of Razire, but you know what? Razire's all right. Razire can stay. Razire is in not the inner circle like Trist and Velree and Rogar, but he's no longer in that outer realm of we'll kill him and get rid of him and raid his body immediately. He's useful. He's very useful, so I do appreciate this new cleric.
Yep, you have a lot to live up to, Dan. A lot to live up to.
Right.
Right.
You Jaegered me once, didn't you? Damn.
I did. Let's slide on over to Doobie 209.
Yes, I forgot to pull up my character sheets. I play Tristan Varel, a time wizard who I believe is unconscious at the moment.
He could be. No, everybody's up.
Oh, okay.
Razire used one of his very useful spells to give everyone a sizable amount of hit points back. All right. Slide on over once again to Jumbo Smooth.
Hello, everyone. I am Jumbo Smooth. I play Rogar, son of Amu. He's a 7'5", 400-pound dragonborn in the Great White North. He is a barbarian, Path of the Dragon Kin. He is a level 11, and I'm finally excited to get out of that house of brotherly love.
Oh, such a great house. Speaking of, the house, last but not least, Kayla.
Hello, I play Velree.
Oh God,
I'm still recovering. I have a little bit of a cough sometimes.
It's fine.
Sneaky cough. Anyway, it's gonna be great. Also, Matthew said I could get double inspiration because I wore this shirt.
Double? Can you tell me the name of the anime the shirt's from?
Wait, let me look.
Oh, damn. There we go. A single inspiration. Blew it! You blew it!
Quiz?
It's called Hunter x Hunter. That's the. There you go.
Yeah, I see that now.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Well, let's get into it then. So, last we left off, the White Skill Band found themselves with interesting company, to say the least. You guys were traveling with a heading of Silver Durai in mind. Zune basically informed the party that he needed to get home. He's having some feelings, and he just needed to be there for it. All of you looking for a new place to go to since the fallout of what happened in Brunwood, decided to travel north. Specifically, you opted out of taking the boat to any of one of the port cities, and decided to instead go on foot, the equivalent of foot. But you were given a covered wagon from Brunwood, fully kitted out. Great picture of Rogar on the side of it. It's a great wagon. 2 ox. I don't know if you guys have named them or not. You can. It doesn't matter. But a great way to travel. Great way to move forward. You left Brunwood, and picked up Razar, the interesting individual, on the way there. And you were moving toward Rorkham, was specifically with the town that you were going to end up passing through. A town very infamous for its schooling and the practice of war magic and wizardry that is famous through the dynasty. They're very, very famous for their war mages. They are part of a contingent called the Iron Battery. It just so happens that they also are in the habit of snatching up gifted individuals within the dynasty and forcing them to learn at said school and become magical artillery for the many hobgoblinate armies that exist. And since both Trist and Zoom did not want to fall victim to this interesting exercisation of power, you opted to go around the town instead, which took you through not a super dense forest, but a wood, nothing named or anything like that. And as you made the pass off, you came across a few interesting things, but the most interesting was the fact that with it being winter, a storm began to kick up, a heavy storm. And in the middle of nowhere, in this forest, you discovered an inn. The Zrax Brothers Inn. It was very disheveled, looked like it was falling to pieces and in disrepair. Definitely has not seen any use in a long time, but it gave at least shelter from the snow, possibly warmth inside. And you parked your ox at a small kind of like barn away from the inn, and were invited in by both the 2 brothers, Zrak, elderly hobgoblins, probably in like their late 60s, early 70s, one of them being wheelchair bound, and the other doing most of the talking. Through some interesting role play and some discoveries that were made, let's just say that the Zrak brothers were much more close than you were led to believe, and were in the service of something unknown to the party. Some interesting magics were had. I believe Velree lost a good chunk of time, and many of you were discovered to have interesting markings across your bodies. Specifically, Zune decided, with some of the hiccups that had been happening, Zune decided to test out one of his new spells that he had learned recently. Perhaps feeling inspired, maybe talking to his cat Tindalos, who whispered the sweet nothings of how to see truly into the ethereal and beyond. And in so doing, discovered that the house, the inn itself, was not exactly entirely an inn. Large portions of it appeared to be alive, appeared to have teeth, appeared to have eyes and limbs. And in a very disturbing, macabre fashion, once this was discovered, and the rest of you decided you were going to leave, the brothers knew the jig was up, and you were attacked. However, most of you did survive this attack. Some of you did not quite make it completely. All of you, technically. No one died. Some people went down, though. The battle culminating into the destruction of all of the creatures. At one point, Razire threw up a wall of blades that shredded a great number of them, as well as many other things. And I believe at the very end, Tristan Varel, in a feat of magic and the warping of space-time removed Don from existence on this material plane as he was disintegrated into nothingness. Just a pile of ashes blown into the wind, with his brother Ron screaming, cursing all of you, and what you will definitely know to be some kind of well, we'll just get into it later. Regardless, though, after he did in fact escape through some kind of magic that exploded away from him, and you guys all lost sight of him. But we are picking up after the fallout. But at least an hour has passed, because Razire had cast a spell that took at least 10 minutes, and you guys got the equivalent of a short rest at this point. If you hadn't already put your short rest in, go ahead and put it in now. You can roll hit dice or whatever. Razire did heal everybody significantly, so you should have. I marked all your spell slots, everything. Your sheet should be accurate, Dan. Just so you know.
Did I take a short rest? It doesn't
Yes,
look like I did.
yes, you would have a short rest.
Your boy needs a long rest to get some of those slail spots there.
Yeah, that's going to be a thing you'll have to manage. But you can go give yourself a long rest, Velree, and then do hit dice and stuff. Yeah.
Not a short.
A short rest, excuse me. Short rest.
Okay.
No. You guys, it is. It's not even noon yet. Your day is just starting. Oh, joy to the world. There is sunlight right now because there is dim, or not so much dim, but it's a light flurry of snow, nothing like it was the night before. And the world is your oyster. What would you guys like to do at this point?
I'd like to check on the oxen and are they still alive? Did the barn eat them?
Okay. Zune, you go to find the ox.
Not alone. I'm not doing this alone.
You don't go alone. You do find the ox are fine.
Great.
They're in the barn.
Okay.
You approach the barn.
Are the doors, what is this?
I will tell you, true sight, I believe it. I believe your...
It's like an hour, I think.
It lasts an hour. So I'll say that within the hour time period of you first doing it, whispering your incantation into the salve that you had to rub across your face, you walk out here and you look at the barn. The barn appears to be normal.
Nothing else horrific in the woods as I walk through here.
Not that you can see.
Good. That's very good. Or very bad. Okay. That was all I wanted to do. So, Rogar, fearless leader. Why not? Less responsibility for the rest of us. So, Rogar, do you think it's wise to stay the night here, or?
We probably should move on if possible.
Yeah.
The building. Quick question. The building. In my interpretation, I thought that the whole building was kind of alive.
No, it was not.
Oh, okay. Because I know that a roof was at one point or something.
Yeah.
A
Like
ceiling was.
the equivalent of so if there was a pitched roof, like one half of the pitch was alive, the other half isn't.
Okay.
What's left? So if you guys look back at what's left, is a ramshackle building with big pieces of it that are just gone. That it looked like whatever these creatures were filled in, whatever this dilapidated structure was. It doesn't look. What's the word? Structurally sound anymore. Like perhaps they were holding it together pretty much, and plus all the violence that took place inside. So there is that.
Yeah, blade walls and lightning bolts and disintegrations. Yeah. Cool. That's what I wanted. I didn't know if it was still standing or whatever.
Technically, it is still standing.
Also, the eyes on the other people, I guess, Zune still has true sight on, or at least did.
Yes.
Are they still on the people they were on?
You mean after the brother was annihilated?
One of them. I know one of them was, and one of
Yes.
them ran away. But
The eyes, Zune, but even before your vision ran out, the eyes never moved.
They're still there.
Velree has 3. Trist has 1, middle of his forehead. Zune has 1.
What the hell does this mean? But okay, there's a pattern, there's a puzzle, that's going to be fun. Or horrible.
Nyarla and Rizar didn't have any, did they?
No, they did not. Oh, no, Nyarla did have 1, excuse me.
Nyarla did have one.
Rizar did not have 1, and you did not have 1.
Okay.
Is it still snowing, or is that cleared up?
It's faint. It's just like a little dusting. It's not heavy. It's very cold still.
Now, Nyarla has some cool abilities, so does she... I'm going to ask her if she knows how to get rid of these eyes, or know someone who knows someone.
I'm not sure. I could try something, but I have a feeling that our new friend might have more powerful abilities than me.
Going to glance over in Rizar's direction.
Indeed. What is it we're trying to do?
I would like to rid my body of these eyes, please.
Let's see.
You can't. Now, Rizar, you can't see them.
Oh,
There.
I'll show them where they're at.
Here's a telescope. Use this.
Oh yes.
Does that show me?
Don't ask questions. Just look through here.
Yeah.
You hand the goblin the telescope, and he just like, eh? And you start looking, and sure enough, there is like an almost like ethereal-looking eye that looks like it's attached to the skin of these individuals when they point them out to you.
Oh wow. What would work on that?
While he's looking that up, is the house so messed up to where going inside it would be a horrible hazard? I think we're gonna risk it.
What would work on that?
I think I'm gonna do it. As far as your clerical abilities are concerned, Rizar,
Right.
a powerful either curse remover or something that can restore the body. So you're looking at like remove curse,
Yeah.
or possibly greater restoration would be a big one.
I would have to take a
They
moment
all-
to reorganize spells.
You'd have to have a long rest to
Yeah.
swap out some spells. And like, for instance, greater restoration does cost material
Stuff.
components. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's something we
would-
can.
What's that,
Would
Val?
Rizar know the back, like, if the eyes are going to affect us in any way the longer they're on us?
Someone would have to be able to look at them
Study them.
and study them.
Study them.
And I don't have a whole lot of Arcana.
I would accept Arcana check to look at them.
Yeah. I don't have it. I mean, I've got a flat Arcana.
I mean, you could try.
I mean,
I could
you do
try.
have a wizard in your party.
It's true.
Wizard is at disadvantage on his checks.
Doesn't matter. Roll that natural one. Come on.
Can I give you some bardic inspo, please?
Do it, Trist. Do it. Do it for us all.
11.
An 11.
Natural 2.
Ooh, razor's edge.
With an 11. Trist, you don't... You can tell that it is occultic in origin. It's definitely something, not necessarily something that you've read about specifically, but you recognize some of the markings, the strange kind of markings around the edge of the eye that many of the others, you have such a high perception, many of the others probably wouldn't stumble upon. However, you're not able to suss out exactly what its purpose is or what it is doing. It's unnatural, and that's about all you're going to get from it.
We'll need someone more powerful to be able to remove those.
I guess we should be on our way then. Hopefully someone in Silver Eye will be able to remove these eyes.
Yeah. They do itch, by the way. So Velree itches more often than the rest of you. Every once in a while, Triss is just like right in the middle of the head.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. So we are moving forward then. And
that I would like to check out the house and see if there's anything left behind.
The house. Well, seeing things left behind, Zune, you do see a scattered remnants of soot and ash in a like a 10-foot like cone away from where a body used to be, that was unmade through spatial magic. And you do see that there are two things laying in the pile of what used to be Don.
I'm gonna poke it with a stick. Well, before I poke it with a stick, I'm going to notify Trist.
Okay. Trist pulls you over. He pulls you over there. You find two things. First off, you would know, Trist, with the incantation that you summoned, that anything that was not magical ceased to exist that was on his person. So money, anything that was not magical is gone in its entirety. So all that's left is the good stuff. You know what? You should do this to everybody. You find a pendant on a chain, on a necklace, that is a odd spiraling pattern, almost like a helix, that has a strange almost like a tar-like substance kind of mingled between the spirals, as well as his staff that he was wielding. That is like a long, gnarled piece of wood. It's either dyed or it's made out of a wood that you guys have not seen. At least you assume it's wood. It's very cold to the touch. And at the top of it, there's a similar spiral pattern. And they're almost like engraved runes along the spirals. And there's about 3 or 4 of them. And it's kind of hard to tell how many there are, even as looking at it, because it's almost as if they seem to move slightly every once in a while. And they make a spiraling kind of helix pattern upwards for about 6 or 7 inches or so above the top of the staff.
I'll wrap my hand in some type of cloth and pick it up.
Pick up which item? Both of them?
The staff.
Okay. Are you going to identify said items?
I can't cast it as a spell, and it's only ritual, so
yeah.
If so they want to hang out for
you've been here. You've been here for an hour, so I'll assume in this time period you decided to try to identify these items. The necklace. You recognize it not only from the magic that's been kind of, or not necessarily magic, but the essence that is tethered to it, to some of your more esoteric studies. And this is known as an amulet of the crawling chaos. It has the ability, when used, to allow you to teleport to a previously known location. In the process of doing so, it explodes outwards and destroys the environment around it. Maybe this is what Ron used to escape all of you and knocked most of you unconscious. The staff is, first off, it's unusual, Trist. As you're looking at it, you have such a very high perception skill and all of that. You're looking at the staff, and something about it seems a little off. Specifically, there's strange notches, and there's almost like a a twist that is almost like it ends. It's almost like looking at a puzzle piece, like two pieces of a puzzle, and one of them is missing. And you can tell something goes there. And then that's when the name kind of has a meaning. The staff that you currently have is one of two items. They are known as the Twisted Twins. The staff is capable of great magics. It is also a gift of the crawling chaos to its most devout followers. It can be wielded as a +2 quarterstaff. And once attuned to, it can deal an additional 2d10 of raw chaos damage, which manifests itself on a random, essentially a table of damage.
Can anyone use a quarterstaff in this group?
It's a staff, so technically...
Oh, it's just a staff, not actual quarterstaff.
It's a staff, but it can be wielded like a quarterstaff for as far as bludgeoning someone with.
Zune, I know you like to pop around the battlefield quite often. You might make use of this necklace.
Yeah, sure. Would you like to...
I don't think it's cursed, though.
Sure you don't.
It's like, do I trust him?
First was identifying it. You didn't see anything wrong with it.
Okay. I mean,
trustworthy. I de-aged you.
Yeah.
That is true.
You put the necklace on, Zoom?
Yeah, sure. He says it's safe.
Are you going to attempt to attune to the necklace, Zoom?
So what does it do? How do I use it?
We'll see. Are you going to attempt to...
I'm asking Trist.
Okay.
I mean, if he's investigated it and he understands, then I don't know if something's requiring attunement.
Does it require anything special?
Yeah, what do I have to do it?
It requires attunement. Like you have to let me just put it like this. It is the equivalent of a Warlock's Pact item. So it requires you, if you attune to it, to give yourself to the crawling chaos to use its abilities.
I won't be upset if you don't like it. We can always barter it somewhere else.
There is black substance oozing between it.
It's pretty. Let's just hold off on it for now. Like, did you relay to me that I would have to give up basically my soul to an evil eldritch horror from the other worlds that is known for horrible, horrible things? Did you communicate that to me, or are you just like, hey, Zune, it's great, just attune to it?
I mean, we're only assuming it's evil. It might not be. I have no idea what the crawling chaos is.
My next step, what are you communicating specifically to me? Because that will greatly influence exactly what I do with it.
All of that.
Just that I don't know if it's for something bad, but it's a warlock's tool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Zune, you're not stupid. This was a item that was being wielded by a very unsavory individual just moments ago, in fact.
Unsavory but powerful, and these are things that I was raised to value, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
You know what? I think I will hold off for now because I don't want anything that would connect me to that weird brother. And I don't quite know how this works.
Are you going to just put it in your pack soon?
I hate it. I see the little expressions you're making, Anthony, and I don't like it. Hey, Razier? Sire.
What's that? Oh, yes.
How do you feel
Let's see. How do I feel about what?
Velree's
Ooh,
chuckling in the background, like, yes, do it.
Necklace.
Oh,
Sweat.
where the necklace? I don't know.
I don't know.
Can I roll an
Ah,
Arcana check to see if I know what the hell this is?
why not? Why not?
Why don't you give
Let's
me?
have some fun.
I'll tell you what. I will accept a. It would be a very high history check, or an Arcana check. That's all I'm going to take.
I'll let me roll. I did Arcana. Hang on. Let me fix. And
Oh
it would be
shit! Yeah, critical on history.
Okay.
This is.
Well, Rosire got a 24.
Rosire knows what this is.
Rosire, as you look at it,
Oh.
while you do not know the symbol,
What
Rosire,
have we here? Oh, this is very fine. This is very beautiful.
you can tell for a fact, Rosire, that this is an evil artifact
Oh, it's very evil too.
capable of that will tether you to a evil thing.
Ooh, some evil thing. Tris, this is for you. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We should probably destroy this at some point. I don't know.
How do you
If we're just gonna destroy this, I'm gonna keep it and keep it in my collection of magical
Exactly.
things.
Like I said, it's for you, Tris.
Exactly. Trist takes it, puts it in his pack. What about the staff, Trist? It has a
that'll-
hum of
Yeah,
energy to
that'll go to the bag of holding temporarily.
it. Okay. As you touch it, Trist, you feel just a twinge of excitement. Oh, you may have just dusted the surface of what this is capable of. Perhaps if you wielded it.
Yes.
Hmm.
Unlimited power.
There's no telling how strong you might be.
Glorious purpose.
I'll be more powerful than the Senate.
As Rogar's holding,
I'll make it legal.
Rogar's holding the bag of holding, like, come on. You're just like,
Also,
Put it in the bag. Just no. While this is happening, Rogar is packing up the cart and leading the oxen back down. So
easily done.
and yeah, running over.
So I'm assuming then at this point that we are heading towards Silver Dry then.
Yeah.
Okay. On your current heading. Dun, 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 ba-bum, where's my map?
Do
There
we
it
have
is.
a map for this? Or
What
is
was
it
that?
just- Do we have a map that we should be looking at?
You got this would be the map of Drelora if you have it. This is the big the kind of like world, well, not really world, this part of the world map.
I'll share it. With
Okay, yeah. I think all of you have one. It is the one behind my head right now. This one. That map. Right there. That's it. So currently you guys are next to Rorkham. Silver Dry is not far. In fact, there is an actual road that will take you to Silver Dry from here. However, it is going to be, even on the road, you're looking at somewhere between 3 to 5 days, depending on weather and whatnot. So, this would be the beginning of your first day if you're going to set out right now, which you are. So I need one of you to roll me a d20, please.
Oh, that's my job. That's what
Of course it is. An 11.
I like it when it's like, does it matter or not?
Okay.
Every roll.
I need you to roll me a d20, please.
Another one?
Yes. Excuse me, d10.
Yeah, see?
My bad.
Double checked and you
We'll see
lied.
if it's. We can keep the
Just
8.
one D10? Just one D10?
Yes.
How about a 3 instead?
3
I don't know
instead.
if that's any better. Yeah. Could be better.
Okay.
Could be worse.
This will definitely do. All right.
Oh, I always like how.
So, you guys all load up onto the ox. Nyarla's looking a little. She looks unnerved as she kind of looks back towards the house and everything. She didn't want to enter in the first place, but she looks towards Zune and Velree kind of sitting in the back with her. I'm assuming that Tristan and Razire are up on the front, leading the charge. Rokar's kind of up there somewhere, up towards the front of the cart. She looks towards the two of you, Velree, Zune. It's been a really long journey around here. I guess I'm kind of excited to see the elves. Yes. I've heard a lot about them.
A lot of
the elves.
What is it not everything they say? They say it's a beautiful town, and apparently, if we're with you, we'll get to go underground.
I mean, you didn't enjoy that house, right?
No.
Yeah, you probably don't want to go underground. I mean, we can if you want to.
Oh.
But that would not be, that's not really something you do for fun. That's something you do because you're not allowed outside of underground,
Oh, okay. I've just heard stories about how beautiful the city is.
Yeah.
City of stars.
It is quite beautiful. I'll show you all the good drinking spots too when we get there.
You've been, Trist?
I have.
Really?
I dabble.
He calls back. Piece of straw in his mouth, leading the ox.
Yeah.
I dabble.
Damn.
Oh, okay. Well,
I have a weird question for you, Nyarla, and I don't mean to upset you, but I noticed something while I was wearing the mascara from hell and that previous establishment. At what point in your life did basically your affliction where people can't really look at you start taking place?
oh, I've always been like this as far as I've known. My dad used to tell me it was a gift from our maker.
Oh, that's very sad. I am sorry to hear that. I saw something. It was like a writing that was on you. And I feel like, I don't know. I don't know enough about it. It's probably something I'll have to throw over to Trist since he's listening anyway. But
Hear
I don't
everything.
Yeah, he does hear everything. He sees
Perception is 25. He hears everything.
Perception 25.
Yeah.
that Legolas comic with the eyes like huge. But okay, I wanted to know if you knew anything about it. But okay.
No, it's all I've known. Hopefully, I've just learned to live with it, but maybe one day I'll be rid of it.
Yeah, hopefully we can make that happen for you.
I sure would like that. And the road continues. Trist. Yeah! As you keep moving forward, the rest of your night goes relatively uneventful. And you guys are able to go a decent distance away from the Zrax Inn, hopefully never to see it again. There's light snow on the ground, enough that you can't really see the more. It's not so much paved as it is just a very well-traveled wagon trail, essentially, through most of the what is becoming the forest. There's no, while they weren't dense to begin with, they're beginning to slowly slip away as you approach the mountain, and becoming more of a hilly, kind of like a hilly grassland kind of area that you're in right now. If you could see the grass, which you can't. What you do see, though, in fact, are several blue blossoms. In fact, there are several fields of them as you are passing by. Bright and vibrant. Not so much in the earlier time of day, but as it gets closer to night, as the large ring that encircles Draelora begins to brighten, the blue blossoms actually fully kind of like glow this ethereal blue to themselves. And we move forward. All right. Are we taking watches for the night? Yes? Yes? Who would like to take first watch?
Rogar's pretty healthy.
Okay.
Can.
Rizar will join Rogar.
Rogar, taking the first watch. Go ahead and why don't you guys give me perception checks then?
All right.
Do the perception check. Oh, what can't I see, my friend?
Oh, what's it? 23. Okay. Rogar, 15. Pretty good. Pretty good. It's not 23, but you know, it's what.
Not 23. Not 23.
So, Rogar, you're very stoically keeping watch. You guys have, I'm assuming you kind of pulled off to the side and kind of like one of the dips in the hills, giving you decent cover. Rogar always knows where to find good spots to sleep. You guys have set up a small camp kind of right next to the wagon, using it as kind of like a lean-to a little bit.
Rogar
And
never misses the hunt. He always brings home the finest foods.
Rogar's watching outwards, and Razire's up there. Oh, he's on top of the wagon, standing up, giving a watch, just kind of looking around. He sees it all. Despite his small stature.
Soaking it in. His
metallic armor glimmering in the light of the reflective ring.
It is quite fine. It looks very nice.
That's very nice indeed. But with a 23, Razire, first thing you notice, Razire, is you notice that Velree is having a bit of a fit in her nighty-night state now.
Oh no.
She's kind of starting to twitch and move in strange ways. This goes on for about an hour or so, and then it stops.
What the hell? What amulet is she wearing?
She's just sleeping in her just normal attire, an almost little sleep sack, whatever you guys sleep in. Now you guys I'm assuming you guys have like winter weather clothes on, because we like made a drastic seasonal change. So whatever you guys want to wear now, it is what it is. Rogar probably not. He doesn't need to. The rest of you do.
This is
Rogar is wearing his large white and blue kimono that he got from Brumwood.
From Brumwood.
Yes.
Oversized.
Yes.
Love it.
Well, I guess it's probably evenly sized. It's probably a perfect size because, bugbears.
It's true. It's true. For his body.
So
yeah. Bugbear's a dragonborn.
Rogar's just more ripped. He's more ripped than the average bugbear, though.
Yes.
He had to dial the sleeves back a little bit.
Whenever during the watch, Rogar is going to Razire.
Oh yes, Rogar.
You say you serve the Mistress of Blades.
That is correct. That's correct, my friend.
Your god.
Goddess, indeed.
I used to have a friend who was a disciple or a member of that temple.
What was his name?
His name was Dayu.
Are you...
What it is?
Oh, let's find out. What would you want to
I can
know
save
if
you.
I knew?
I can save you the trouble, Razire.
Okay.
You are not familiar with the name Dayu.
No, that name does not ring a bell with me. Unfortunately, friend Rogar. Would you care to share tales of his deeds with me, or no?
Rogar will, for the rest of their watch, kind of tell his time with Dayu, and then tell of the most recent appearance of him.
Razire will take notes.
Do you give the name that some other people? The saint, yes.
Yes, he would eventually
Okay.
give him the name as the saint.
Now, Razire, when you hear the name the saint, it makes you it makes you think of an individual. That is a title given to that's only half of the title. The other half is sword. They are known as sword saints. Right. And they are supposedly direct descendants of the Oracle when she was of flesh and blood, very, very long ago.
So as Razire puts it all together, he becomes obviously a little more enamored of the story. Oh, you've met one of them, the Saints of the Blade. Oh, yes, that's very special indeed.
Just sharing, campfire story, with Razire. DM question. I don't remember this, and maybe Alan can inform me as well. As we are on our way to Silver Eye, did he tell me his wife and daughter were from Silver Eye?
He never did. However,
I don't remember.
He did.
I know he talked about it.
He did reveal at one point that his wait, did he? Did he reveal that his wife was a drow?
I think he did.
I think so.
And at least that she was a drow.
He did. So you at least know that she's a drow. Now this, as far as you know, Rogars, from what you've heard, or within the dynasty, this is the place that they're from. They don't come from anywhere else, as far as you know. They all come from this one place.
Okay.
So,
yeah, that's just for Rogar's personal information. I couldn't remember. So, but yeah, that's all Rogar's doing.
Okay. At the end of your watch, Razire, is anyone else like to take a watch, or are we gonna skip second watch?
I don't like the look of the basement.
Zune?
I guess
Anybody
I'll
else?
do it.
Zune and Velree?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't the two of you give me perception tests, please?
And have I had a full rest?
I
just want to know if I'm rolling at it.
Technically, Zune, you would, because you are a full elf.
That sucks. I don't see a thing, but Velree sees stuff.
So he's got a 19. I have to grab something real fast.
Oh, jeez.
Just give me a second.
Uh-oh. I don't like it when he does that.
Why didn't you take
going to the John?
Watch Trist?
Oh, whatever.
Because I'm also at disadvantaged on my check. So I was letting somebody else test the waters before I did.
I'm not at full health at all.
Well, I'm at full health. I'm at 2 levels of exhaustion, so.
Maybe not. You should be with a short rest.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm still at 78.
You said we took a short rest, so you could have applied as many hit dice as you wanted.
I know. I was afraid. I needed to save it. I wasn't sure if we can do another long rest.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Sorry, I thought it was closer. It was not. Okay. So, Da-da-da. Ooh, advantage. I like that. Yes, I like that a lot. Okay. So, as you guys are taking your watch, Zune, Velree, Zune kind of just getting out your loot, a little slow playing going on. You know, some little campfire tunes. And as you're playing Velree, first off, Velree, you're a little off right now, mostly because you had the vividest dream. For some reason you were scooping up patches of snow and smelling them. Mooching down, looking everywhere, finding what looks like in the glow of the ring, these vibrant patches on the ground that have like slowly almost iced over, but you can see like these glimmers of light that you know to be blood that is long dried and would not be visible to the normal person. As you sniff it and taste it, it tastes metallic. It tastes like cold. It tastes like a dragon. Dragon's blood, maybe. And as you're having this very vivid dream, you watch as you reach down into a pack and you look down at yourself and you're wearing black leathers with a long hood and a cloak wrapped around you, almost nothing visible. As you pull back, there's intricate bracelets and jewelry across your right arm that leads down into almost like a jewel-encrusted gauntlet with holes at the fingertips, for obvious reasons. As you reach in and pull out a scroll, and you begin to unroll it, you see a very old and weathered wanted poster for Rogar. And there's a dried section of what you know to be blood across the top of it. And as you smell it and taste it once again, they're one and the same. You're on his trail. You'll be there soon enough. And that's when you woke for your second watch. Yes, Zoe?
Did I recognize the outfit that I was wearing in this dream? Did it seem like something familiar? Like maybe people?
Well, it's interesting. What do you remember about your captivity? It comes in bits and pieces. You don't remember everything entirely. It's hard to tell.
I don't remember before I got there. I just remember waking up.
Exactly.
And then trying to escape. I feel like
I will allow you to give me a history check.
Okay. Oh, it's not good. Okay, here we go. It's not good. Not good at all.
It's a 5. Nothing too distinctive. Obviously, the kind of jewel-encrusted, almost like glove, was very unique, but nothing that you can remember.
Cool. I'm probably going to tell Zune, since, we already talked about things. Let Zune know that I had this dream, and now I'm paranoid. Someone's chasing me over.
You're talking to Zune, and that's when we flip over to Tristan Varel, sleeping next to the wagon. Sleeping soundly. Trist, you're like,
baby.
You're having strange visions in your rest.
No, I'm not.
You're never fully asleep normally. That does not happen to you. However, something's disturbing you. And then all of a sudden, nope, you don't even First, your passive perception is not high enough.
Oh.
As suddenly there's going to be a shriek.
Oh.
As I need to make 2 attack rolls against Tristan Farrell.
Oh no.
With advantage.
Oh no.
Thank God it was with advantage. The first one's going to be a 20, and the second one is going to be a 21. And the third one, is going to be a 27. As the first hit you take, Trist, is going to deal... It's like 16 points of damage total. It's a combination of slashing damage and force damage. And you are grappled from the first attack. The second attack is going to deal 17 points of damage total. And now you are restrained. The third attack is a bite, which rips you into a screaming fit. And you are going to take you're going to take 23 points of, 24 points of damage from the bite that rips into you. And Trist is hoisted in the air. All of you, surprised, one might say.
Shit.
Zune and Velree, the first ones to turn around as you see a large creature. Its flesh is pinkish, but it's hard to tell. It has multiple limbs. Its legs, it's spindly looking, but its legs like split off, and then there's like an extra leg on one of the legs, like at the kneecap. Its feet and its limbs don't make sense. It has somewhere between 5 or 6 arms, and there is like a neck area after this like kind of contorted like torso, and then there's a head without eyes. There's no eyes to it. It's just a mouth and then an emptiness of just flesh, like conical shape that goes up, and it has currently got Tristan Varel wrapped up in it and is biting into him. But the most disturbing thing is that while it is moving and shaking, it is almost as if you're seeing a stop motion movie, as if it is like phasing in and out of existence. And Trist, I need you to make a... Nope. It just fucking happens. You notice as Trist is also phasing with it. His body is blinking out, in and out with the creature as it is currently moving. Okay. And everybody's gonna roll initiative for me.
On.
Can we pretend I rolled all my health die earlier on that short round?
That's fine. All right, so I didn't have time to put this in D&D Beyond, so we're going to be doing this the old-fashioned way. All right. I'm going to need, so I've got a 21 for Zune, a 19 for both Velree and Razire, a 7 for Rogar, and a 12 for Trist. The creature... not going to go very high. Okay. So all right. Let me write all this down just so I got it all. Okay. All right. Zune.
Yeah.
You were at the top of the round.
Yeah.
The creature is grappling Trist. He's barely able to move. He's screaming in a fit of rage, and it's clawing at him. What would you like to do?
I would like to try to polymorph it into a rat.
Okay.
That's
What level are you going to cast polymorph?
the highest one I'm allowed to.
Okay.
Because I'm sure shit not using true sight with things like this around.
Expend your spell slot, Zoom.
I did.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Can I cast it at 6th level? I think I can.
you cast it whatever level you want.
Awesome. Then yes.
Expend your spell slot, and nothing happens, Zoom.
Oh, that's horrifying.
As you go to warp its flesh, and the flesh begins to warp and then resist and pulls itself back into place as it cannot be shapeshifted by any means.
All right, I'm gonna throw some bardic inspo onto Trist because I think he's about to need. And yeah.
All right, as you're like, okay. That is so. As Zune panics, it is now going to be Velree. It's your turn.
I'm gonna rage.
Okay.
And attack like I normally would and hope it doesn't bite me in the ass.
All right. So you're going to jump at it and attack it?
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna do something, but I'm gonna do it.
Go ahead. 28's definitely going to hit.
I'm assuming you would roll all my...
Go and roll all of them.
Yeah. Ooh, natural 20.
All right.
On that natural, I'm going to do a...
of course you are.
Psychic thing, whatever.
Let's roll the rest of them.
I'm just saying. No fucking way. Another natural.
All right. And the last one? Okay, so they're all going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage for the first one real fast.
Okay. Oh, damn it.
All right. What is
so
that?
That's 9, right?
Is that what your normal bonus is?
Yeah.
Yeah, 9. All right, I've got to do all this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it starts off with this many. Maybe I should just add instead of subtract. Sometimes that's easier. All right, 9. Okay, go ahead.
Next one?
Yeah, the next one's a critical hit.
Yes.
Let me pull a card. All right, this is slashing. So triple damage as you slice through one of the tendons on one of its many legs. And its speed is reduced by 5 feet.
So 10, 11, 12 times 3, is that 36?
Yes, 36. So that's good.
Plus I'm going to do a
36 is 40.
infectious fury.
36, 47. Okay. Infectious fury is a wisdom save?
Yes, DC 15.
Okay. That is a 23. Sorry. Next attack, just go and roll regular damage.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay. So 9, 11.
So 11. Jesus.
Right. I'm gonna try infectious fury again.
That one was a crit, though.
What was that?
Oh yeah, that one was a critical. That's true.
She had 2 crits.
The third one was a crit too, or was it the fourth one?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was the third.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. All right. Brow slash, double damage.
So 22.
And blinded.
And blinded.
So, it's another 11. Okay. All right.
And I wanted to try infectious fury again.
All right. So where's
Obviously.
That is going to be a 20.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Worth a shot. Okay, last one.
Last attack.
Uh, 14.
14?
Yeah.
My God. All right. Okay. I just wanted to give you the total real fast. 83 points of damage total. Throwing that out there. However, I gotta do the math on this. I have to get a calculator out. Jesus.
It's not good.
Okay. Velree.
Yeah.
Velree begins to rip in this thing. As she slashes into it, it writhes in pain. She begins to rip into it. It is vulnerable to slashing damage. So it takes 166 points of damage.
Oh, shit.
And it is ripped to pieces in an instant. As Velree just rips it to... As the creature is shrieking up, and she begins ripping slices of it off that fall away. As they fall away, they begin to like vibrate faster in and out, and then they just kind of like disappear. As all the pieces are ripped away, Trist is free. He just kind of falls into your lap, Velree. You're covered in this eldritch blood of whatever this creature was.
Yeah.
And no one else gets a turn because the encounter's over.
Rogar is going to look around to see if there's traces of any other kind of foe.
Rogar, as you begin to look around, you don't see visibly. You don't see anything. You don't even with your. You have a pretty decent survival, and kind of if you look around, or to look around the camp, you would not see tracks. It's almost as if this thing appeared out of thin air.
With your spells again, Trist?
Trist is.
Damn.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, like, I'm cradling him like a child. I'm like, here we are again.
Trist, as you witness something horrifying, Trist.
Barry's face!
You saw it, yeah, not only that, but also the creature ripping into you. And the creature is reminiscent of the stories that old Trist was telling you.
Mm-hmm.
He was telling you of what to be careful of. And you may, and he also told you that you may have crossed a line when you summoned up the strength for the ritual of reversal that so gave Zune back as he is now. And it sounds like the parasites of Yogg-Sothoth have found your scent. The dimensional Shamblers have come calling. And this was but one of many that are probably to come one day, as they will hunt you to the end of your existence. And there you go.
Are you going to share information with us, or?
That's dude, I don't want to point the blame game. That might happen more often though.
Why is the blame game? Like what?
You remember that time I did a favor for you and I de-aged you?
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, they didn't like that.
Who's they?
Those shambling horrors, abominations.
Shambling prostitutes? I don't understand, Trist. What are you saying?
One day it'll all make sense. We'll go talk to old me and he'll explain it all to you.
To old me.
Old me. But yeah, that just be more aware that might happen more often. But they're only after me apparently. Coughing up blood. So you're all safe. They just want me. I'll be your bait.
What?
So we should let you get eaten next time and not save your ass. All right.
That's rude.
She just drops you on the ground.
Yes, exactly.
Oh!
Lose my hit points. Goes unconscious.
I'm going to bed.
On
I
bed.
gotta get rested.
Velree gets a rest in. The rest of the night goes uneventful. Triss, I don't know how well Triss sleeps after this. Probably not.
Probably
well.
doesn't.
Probably doesn't. He's probably just like, I don't know how many of you are going to sleep the rest of the night, knowing that
I'm gonna sleep like a baby.
I think I got a long rest, so I'll probably be up the rest of the night. And I would like to talk to my cat about whatever the fuck that was, because being cryptic.
You're gonna talk to Tindalos?
Yeah. Just like, holy shit, and just kind of describe it. Like,
You wouldn't understand.
You summon ethereal Tindalos, who kind of like dances around. He comes up to you, Zune, rubs against you, give him some scratches. He does a little stretch. He just kind of looks at you.
hi. Yeah, you're in for a long night of me talking, and I apologize. So our friend, and I use that term loosely, was just attacked by something that was phasing in and out of existence that seemed to be composed of multiple body parts. And he says it's just after him because he overdid it, and somehow that's my fault. I think he's a little dramatic. He needs to take responsibility for his actions. But because no one asked him to do it, he actually volunteered it. And that's basically a gift, and that's on him. He should have known his limits. But, you know, do you have any idea what this is or how to protect him from it? Because I don't think I can wake up to that again.
He sits there looking at you.
Good talk.
He just kind of shrugs his shoulders. Does a little stretch. And he just kind of like rolls around, looking around, goes and jumps through a bush nearby, disappears for a moment.
Like, shoots up at the sound of a bush.
It doesn't move. He passes through it. It's just gone. Comes back out after a couple minutes. Zune, you're just sitting there. Fine. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see it. I wasn't here. You don't let me out very often. So, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know why I didn't expect a cat to be catty, but you have valid complaints. Let you out more often. How long can you be out? Do I have to be playing the lute for you to be out of the lute?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Oh, my sweet Jesus. I'm sorry, my sweet love. Let's see. Okay, I will do my best. And moving forward, where do you go?
In there.
You just in the lute?
That's where I exist.
That's horrible. Okay, I will play the lute a lot more. I apologize. I thought you were like in some other realm of existence. I didn't know you were trapped in an inanimate object. That's fair. Okay, that's great. Good talk. I'm going to play the lute the rest of the time for him. Because I feel like an asshole now for holding on to this for several months without doing anything with it.
Good talk, Master. And he jumps back into the lute for a minute.
I'm not sure who the master is in this arrangement, but all right. Great. I guess I'm the only one awake the rest of the evening. Everyone else is...
Oh, I'm awake.
Oh, Trist is awake. He's treating his many injuries. He's like, a large chunk missing out of his trap here. Bit onto him.
You want me to heal you, Trist? You good?
We'll be fine. I feel the long rest is about to be upon us.
Indeed it is. You guys all finish your long rest. The rest of the night goes uneventful. And the next day is upon us. Let's see what the next day may hold. All right. Da-da-da. All right. The snow has stopped entirely. Instead, it's just overly cloudy. But otherwise, not too bad. Not too bad. And your second day of travel is upon you. Need someone to roll me a d20.
I'll do it.
You do it.
Done it so long. 12.
A 12. Okay. That is a relatively uneventful day passes. As all of you moving forward, nothing too crazy seems to pop out at any moment. Trist is probably a little on edge most of the trip, for good reason, as you keep moving forward. And I'm not sure. What were you going to say, Velree?
I'm going to talk to Rogar at some point. Whatever.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. I'm going to tap him on the shoulder like I always do. Tap, tap, tap.
Oh, yes, Velree.
I just, I don't know how to explain it, but I have this feeling that someone's hot on your trail. I just figured you should know, because that involves all of us. And
Someone's tracking me.
I mean, let's just call it a little hunch I have. I think so.
I am a wanted man.
I know. And, we're all with
Who
you.
knows how large my bounty is?
Oh no. We're saying maybe we should try and be a little more discreet. Maybe you don't bleed on the ground places. I don't know. Clean up your blood afterwards. Maybe get Trista to
Your blood afterwards.
Clean up your blood afterwards.
I will try to remember to clean up my blood afterwards. In the future.
Yeah. If you want, I can help. I'll look it up for you. But I'm just saying. Beware. And I'm just
Be
gonna
careful with the blood of dragons.
Huh?
I said, be careful with the blood of dragons.
Oh. Would it do something to me?
You don't know.
I am unaware.
Interesting. I'm just gonna walk away after that and go back.
Okay. Walk away to the other side of the wagon. All right, I'm out. He goes over to the far side. Moves back to the van.
Rogar, takes the heat, and so he's kind of looking around a little bit more. I mean, he's already been kind of looking, so. But,
Indeed.
So.
Would you like to set up camp and watch tonight?
Yes, of course. Obviously, yes. Always watch.
Like another watch, Bilgar.
Before we go down, I would like to try to cast. I don't even know if this is even going to work. Nope, I need diamond dust. I don't have diamond dust.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jesus. I would like to cast. This probably isn't going to work. Non-detection on Trist.
Trist.
Good.
Okay.
I don't
I'm
know.
trying to figure out if I could give him the amulet. We could wear it together.
Kind of like
Put
a.
it together. Like some
wear it around her wrist.
Headphones.
So Zune, you cast non-detection on Trist. It lasts for 8 hours. Are you Trist? First off, does Trist allow Zune to do this to you?
It's very suspicious.
It
Staring at him as he walks over.
Zune's kind of gets close to you and begins to whisper something, and it's obviously spell language, like over your ear. A little drum of the lute just for a moment, and you're
Up to something.
you kind of look over your shoulder.
Counterspell.
Wait, can you do that to Rogar too?
Yeah. But yeah,
It's
magical.
it's magical to
And I think they're tracking through non-magical means, right? Like
Yeah.
So you cast it on Trist. Are you doing it at night? Or are you doing this all day?
I was going to do it before we went down to sleep.
All right. So Trist, Zune's whispering over you. You're kind of just like looking at him.
Hey, pretty mama.
Let me whisper in your ear. You're over there. What's happening?
But yeah.
All right. I don't know. What does that do?
That song's stuck in my head now. Damn it. All right, Trist. Nothing as far as you know. You know that it was a spell of some kind. It was cast upon you, Trist.
I've been cursed.
You don't feel any different?
Oh God.
Zoom. It's been cast successfully.
I'm gonna
Yes.
walk up.
Was Rosier able to rearrange spells to help get rid of these eyeballs?
No, he did
No.
not. He could.
Did not get a long rest.
Yes, we did. We
Would
got
you
the long
really- we
rest.
just took
You didn't know, because I thought our interrupted by the attack.
Nope. We got one.
Yeah. Well, I missed that. You didn't.
Well, maybe tonight, Rosier, you could maybe look into that.
I'm gonna look into that real quick.
The same thing he was suggesting is the same thing Zune was suggesting, and it will require a sizable
dust.
amount of diamond dust to
Greater restoration.
to make that happen, which you guys did not invest in. So
Cool.
But I can get it prepared so that when we can, we can.
as soon as you get a hold of diamond dust,
Yeah.
How far away from the city right now?
you
Like another
are
day's travel?
somewhere between 2 and 3 days.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's not important to get it prepared yet.
So I'll go ahead and have it ready just in case we get held up.
What if we
Watches
get
for the
dust
night?
tomorrow?
First watch, anyone?
Take it.
Of course.
Okay.
The double ladder will take first watch all over there again.
We'll take this a watch. Go ahead and give me
I love to watch.
a perception check from the both of you.
There we go. Oh, yes. A 23 again.
23. Oh, so good.
Century runs in the blood.
Was Velree taking watch or
You
was
can go.
that?
You go.
Okay.
Rosier takes great
Not
pride.
anymore.
Conducting watch.
Velree sees Rosier take his place above the wagon. It's like, you know what, Rogar, you got this. And then lays
Just-
back down.
This is Rogar's watch.
Lays back down.
Desire takes great pride in his watch.
Similarly to what happened last time, Rogar, you're kind of looking at there. Rosier's over there. Oh, me, Rogar, you give the best food. Oh, and he's up there. You're distracted, Rogar. Oh, God. Trying to focus. Rosier's, he's very focused despite his very active speaking. You get the feeling, Rogar, that you've seen this happen sometimes in the wastes. Sometimes, like, someone will get lost, and when they come back, sometimes they talk to themselves. And Rosier seems like he's been on his own for a long time with only himself for company. So sometimes he just speaks to himself.
Oh. Madness.
But your watch goes relatively uneventful. Would someone like to take the second?
Well, me and Zoom will take the second.
Brest is still trying to sleep. He wakes up every couple seconds.
You know what? He really doesn't need as much sleep.
Oh, shit.
He doesn't.
I don't see shit.
Natural one for Velree. How about Zoom?
See perception. I'm sorry, Trist, if I get a shitty roll. Oh, I got an okay roll. 25.
25.
I think it was Dan's fault that happened.
So, as the second watch, Velree's distracted, nonetheless, mostly because you kind of like looking back the way that you've traveled, Velree, and you just feel nervous. You feel like something is coming, Velree. You're not sure when it's going to get here, but something is on its way. Something you probably don't want to deal with. Zune, meanwhile, very actively looking around, and your watch goes uneventful. It is the next day.
Yes.
You guys all get another long rest. And see how bad the weather is the next day. All right. It is similar to the day before. Just a bit cloudy. So I need someone to roll me a d20 for the traveling. Looks like it will be Razan with the 15. Okay. It is once again a relatively normal day in the dynasty. Nothing too out of the ordinary happens. Move on your way. Closer and closer to Silver Durai. Almost there, in fact. I'm assuming you guys want to take watches. Yes, Rogar?
As we are traveling along the road, Rogar is going to strike a conversation with the party. Specifically, Zune and Trist.
What you guys think us out for?
Your elves. And you both are from Silver Durai, correct?
Oh, you assume that
I'm not from there. I just happen to frequent there in my time.
Zune, you are from there.
I am, but still, it's not blatant and things like that. Like Rogar. Come on, have a little bit of,
Interesting.
a little bit of,
Well, when you look at me, where do you think I am?
I don't know. I don't make assumptions based on people's races. Rogar.
Good job, Zune. You tell him Rogar's uncultured.
Perhaps I will study how to be more polite.
That is
But
actually
anyway.
You assume where I'm from by the shape of my ears, Rogar? How could you?
I have been told that elves come from Silver Durai.
I mean, Velree has pointy ears too, right? I mean, where do
She
you...
is of an unworldly nature.
It's true.
Look at her. She's a killer.
Oh, look at
But you, how familiar are you with the Mar, Zune and Trist in Silver Durai?
Do we technically? But
I would assume I would be
I would assume I would be.
on a surface level.
I will say Trist probably has some connections just because of the nature of his work. Zune, you would know of Clan Dreamweaver, which are a branch of the Mar, and their roots trace back to Silver Durai. Zune, you have knowledge of this because some members of your family are probably a part of this clan. Specifically because most of the members of Clan Dreamweaver have very particular skills, mostly in the art of assassination and poison, and may or may not have some ties to the Olin family.
Why do you want to know, Rogar? Are you looking to have someone taken care of? And I'm speaking of this hypothetically.
I wish to know.
They also sell drugs.
Yes. Rogar is aware that Clan Dreamweaver sells drugs and is. I have a feeling, since Rogar has had ample interaction with the Mar, that he knows the branches, at least at a surface
Yeah.
level. He knows the
Yeah.
branches, what they do, where they're kind of from. And I'm more interested in your more detailed knowledge, perhaps locations.
Because I am a drow, that I may have
Oh my god.
ties to the Mar and maybe possibly drug dealer and or murderer. Rogar?
I presume, since you are from Silver Durai, a place where they are also from, that perhaps you know what areas of the city to avoid, what areas they frequent the most, what businesses are there used as fronts,
Rogar,
perhaps political figures.
I assume that you know where the best rabbits to kill your bare hands might be, that you would know this. Are there deer somewhere nearby that we should just be slaughtering? Where's the good hunting ground, Rogar? How does that feel, Rogar?
It feels like you put great faith in my abilities to hunt. You are not wrong.
Rogar is a mighty hunter, of course.
Okay, for example. But still, this is very rude. And I would say hypothetically, I might know areas that I would not want to be caught in. And hypothetically, yes, I could probably get you some really good stuff if that's what you were into. If I asked, just because I know people and I can be very charming and persuasive. So if you are into drugs or murder, I will not say that I know how to do or get these things. I'm just saying that potentially I could try to help you, but it's not because I'm a drow. Okay?
Very well. I am not asking you as a drow. I am asking you as
A friend.
a fellow party member who has knowledge of the area.
Okay, so I have. What is your relationship with the Mar? Why are you so intent on finding them or avoiding them? Because
Rogar gets very serious, and he says, "Because I plan on wiping them out."
Well, shit.
Kill them all.
All of them, like every single.
All of them.
I plan on hurting them. For every party member and friend they have taken from me, I will make sure they regret sending their assassins after us. They will pay a heavy toll.
They're like different sects. Are you sure you want to just get them all? And like
From my understanding, from what Trist has told me, that these Lords of Death and Dayu, my former friend, these people are released only by the authorization of all 4 branches. Not one branch can simply just release a Lord of Death. So they've all signed off on destroying us.
Okay, let's not. So I hear you. Let's not openly speak of this moving forward. In fact, try to keep it as far from your thoughts as humanly possible the entire time we're in Silver Durai. All right?
I would ask you normally to make an insight check, Rogar, but Azun's deception is so high. I
know, it's pretty high.
I don't think you're going to
not very good.
be capable of breaching the fortress.
It would be
if you guys want to try, you can. It's up to you.
Let's do it. Just
do it. Let's do it.
I'll probably lose. But why not?
Why not? Just do it.
I got a natural 20.
It's I would like to point out that it is a 33. Zoom could lie to a deity right now. If they couldn't detect it was a lie. But just saying, it's like an impossible roll. Okay.
Rogar knows that he feels like Zune is telling the truth not to ask any questions or talk about it. But Rogar is
Not in silver.
I will hurt you.
So one quick question before we completely close this chapter. The whole time that we're in this next state, we're probably going to destroy again. When you talk about destroying all of them, are you strictly focused on core members or like the lords, or is it more of like I'm going to burn everything to the ground, including people that might be in the peripheral?
I do not plan on indiscriminately murdering non-Maw members. I may let some Maw members go. But if I feel like it would hurt the organization, I would kill them.
That is no. We will not speak of this moving forward, and we'll probably have to do a quick split in the city for a little.
I like you.
We're splitting up.
I gotta go warn them. I warn my family before we go anywhere.
I like to cast sending, please.
I like you, sir. I also am a man of action. We will not use words anymore.
I'm glad we both are on the same page. Holy shit. All right, let's get down.
Well,
Tristan, whenever we are in Silverdry, if you are a renowned, apparently, investigator, would you keep an eye out for anything that seems suspicious? Perhaps couriers, individuals that you would know as mob members.
Rogar wants you to narc.
Nervously, I'll do my best. Trying to dodge the question.
There we go.
And he's saying this in front of everyone. You know, in front of
Yeah, of course.
Resire and Velree as well.
Okay.
And Narla. So.
Yep.
So.
Well.
Yeah. That's what Rogar wanted to say during the day.
With that having taken place, night comes. I can save you the trouble.
Oh, okay.
Zune, you cast your spell. Your watches will go uneventfully. And we will skip to the next day. So, today, apparently, the weather is not so good today. And in fact, starts snowing once again. It's not heavy, but it is enough that it somewhat makes your path forward a little more difficult. So I need another person to roll me a d20. Don't worry. Razai has got it! Four. All right. Roll me another d20,
I wish I
Razai.
knew whether or not they were good, but here we go. Another d20. 1 d20, 2 d20s. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, it's 7.
A 7. Okay. 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 All right. Let's go and do this then. Get this ready. It is. Oh God, this is all right. It's the middle of the day as you guys are moving forward. Trist, you're the first one to hear it. Much of the day's passed. Suddenly, you start hearing this reverberating noise. You're like, huh? And then Rogar's eyes open wide. He looks to the sky. The giant shape begins to emerge from the clouds. And that's where we're going to take our first break.